Welcome to Stocks to Watch, where we bring you the latest information you need to build smart portfolios. I am Munir Barazi, your business analyst and host, and today I'm joined by Saf Dhillon, CEO and Director of Questcorp Mining, a Canadian exploration company advancing the highly prospective La Union Gold and Silver Project in Sonora State, Mexico, and the North Island Copper Property in British Columbia. Hello, Saf. Welcome on the show.
Hi, Munir. Thanks for having me.
So, exciting news coming from Questcorp. You've announced a very important discovery: gold, silver, zinc. Pretty exciting. Tell us more.
Yeah, Munir, this property, I think we're just getting more and more excited all the time. This property, the La Union property, which is located in the Sonora belt of Mexico. Our project is actually just south from the Arizona border. And our partners, Riverside Resources, they've been consolidating this property for the last 7 years. And there's been about 2.5 million spent US on the property to date. And we are the first ones actually who've collectively have commenced a drill program. We've just got the results, the assays. We just put out the news this morning, and we're actually really excited. I think, as they say, probably the best way to put this is we've hit some smoke, and where there's smoke, there's definitely going to be some fire.
You have hit some smoke indeed, and I want to ask you about a detail that was in your press release. You described this discovery as a Carlin-like gold discovery. What does that mean in simple terms, and why is it so significant?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Well, as I always like to preface, I am not a technical background executive, but what I can tell you is what I do know is that these Carlin-type deposits, which are typically found either in the Yukon or primarily in Nevada, have never been found actually in Mexico yet. And we've actually only hit the outer surfaces, but this looks like a potentially big anomaly that is roughly 1,500 meters by 500, which looks like it's open in all directions. And we're really excited because we've just hit the smoke. And like they say, a lot of my geologist friends, what they say, where's the best place to be drilling? We're looking for a new discovery. Well, in the head frame of a historical resource. And don't forget, this property has produced 50,000 ounces of gold in the 50s, 7 grams per ton to as high as 20 grams per ton. So there's definitely something there. And I think that's really what this first phase of drilling has actually indicated. And we're excited. As I think I might have even quoted, all indicators are flashing green.
And the way I understood it is that this was from the Lewis Hill target, those discoveries. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. And this Louise Hill was totally unexpected. We're really drilling on the edge of what looks like a magnetic high. We encountered significant gold mineralization, 20 grams per ton, roughly 30 meters of 20 grams per ton of gold, and 225 or 226 grams per ton of silver. So again, we just started scratching the surface, and we can't wait to continue the evaluation and get ready for the next round of development work, which of course would include some more drilling.
Those are pretty good numbers, and you mentioned that the signs are flashing green. What makes you confident that there could be more exciting discoveries, perhaps in other targets?
Well, we're seeing several CRD type potential deposits targets across the property, and we're going to be systematically testing all these. Again, this is a fairly large property. We're getting really excited. All indications are, of course, like I said, pointing towards multiple potential big bulk tonnage potential targets.
And the assay results are still pending. Any specific timeline?
No, these assays are out. This is why we're so excited. That was the news that we actually just issued today. And what we're seeing again is that we're seeing all the proper indications for CRD type deposits. We've got gold, we've got silver, we've got zinc, and we've got lead. And this is the exact type of mineralization. This is the exact type of mineralization that you're looking for in a CRD or big bulk tonnage deposits. So we're really excited, Munir.
Now that you've received the results, how will this impact your future exploration program? What's ahead in 2026?
Well, the next steps are really going to be to like I said, continue with the work program, which will include drilling, and the focus I think now is going to also be probably the initial focus will probably be on the Lewis Hill target, which now, like I said, was totally unexpected. You know, the type of mineralization that we've seen here is very similar to the rocks that host major multi-million ounce disseminated gold deposits, primarily in Nevada. And like I said, these have not been discovered in Mexico yet. And so I think we're onto something here, Munir. And, stay tuned.
It really does look like it. My final question is, why should investors add Questcorp Mining to their portfolios today, sooner rather than later?
Well, you know what? I think the first thing I could say is that we've got a very small market cap. I think about 10 million market cap Canadian CAD. We've just started scratching the surface on the potential at this property. It's a big, big property. Commodities are all having record highs. I don't think the geopolitical turmoil globally is going to be calming down anytime soon. The fiat issues that we're having globally with the US and all other major currencies, all the commodities are having a major, I think, bull run. And again, I think we're still in the early stages. So we're really, really excited. We've just, like I said, all indications are pointing to multi-metal potential targets here on our property. We're just getting started, Munir.
Yeah, absolutely. You're pretty early in the journey, and I think at this point, investors would get more leverage, more torque if they establish exposure early on to get more of the upside, which hopefully is there. Thank you so much, Saf Dhillon, for all of those insights. We're looking forward to hearing more from Questcorp Mining very soon.
Thank you, Munir. Talk soon.